Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another awesome episode of the Common Good Radio, brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. I am Pastor John McLean, brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission as well as many other things, as well as my parents and the good God above. I'm here with someone who's also brought by the good God above, Mr. Ron Arenas with Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Hey, good afternoon, Pastor John.
Hey.
I'm so happy to be here.
I know, this is awesome. I kind of missed you this morning. You were doing your networking thing. I was doing my networking thing, but here we are.
We're here.
Once again.
Yeah.
Once again.
Every week.
Every week, yeah. And real soon, you're going to be doing double duty, so I hope you're ready.
I'm always ready.
Yeah, you are always ready. Yeah, I don't know where you get this energy from. I think you have an energy tree in the back of your house.
I probably do, yeah.
I'm going to go find it. And I'm going to get some. But this would not be the Common Good Radio Show if I did not give thanks to a very loving God that makes this all possible, makes it all so we can all be here, breathe in oxygen, I think they call it. And I usually like to thank him with the Lord's Prayer that goes a little something like this. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. And with all that being said, I get to introduce to our audience a new person, a new friend. And I got to meet her for the first time actually at one of Kiki Rogers' events with Kiki's Best Friends, one of the newest radio shows in the Common Good Media group of shows. And her name is Nancy, and she is a coach with Crossroads Coaching. And you may say to yourself, what is coaching? What is it? The U of A, the football coach got fired, so maybe they replaced her with Nancy. But no,
no, that's not it.
That's what I
thought.
I know
okay.
Your face looked up. You were excited because you thought I don't.
Yeah, I was going to ask her to put me in.
I know.
Yeah,
I think you'd be a
starting
running back.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. Yeah, you'd be a pretty good running back. You look like you got good moves.
Yeah,
you got a nice quick cut.
Yeah, I could be in for one play.
For sure. That's enough, as long as they give you a scholarship, right? Get some free college out of that. Yeah, absolutely. So
walk-on thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm talking to you. I want to get a scholarship.
Yeah, he was a scholarship. So
like a walk-on, walk-off, it sounds like.
Yeah. And
really does.
That's in the corner there. That's Jody. He's going to be our kind of guest co-host / audience member / peanut gallery member. So thank you, Jody, for joining us.
That.
No worries. Yeah. But Nancy, she's being a coach, and I have a coach. I have a couple coaches myself, and actually Nancy being one of them. She is what I would like to call an executive coach because it makes me feel fancy in my business jacket. And I think that a lot of things people forget about is, like we were just mentioned, when we played football, when we played basketball, as we were growing up through life, we had all different type of coaches that helped us hone those different skills to get where our goals were. Whether that was state championship or even getting a coach to get into college, whatever those goals may be. So thankfully with a person like Nancy, a person that wants to get to that executive level, is at executive level and wants to sharpen those skills and make sure that they have all the tools in their toolbox that they need, that's what she does. So thank you, Nancy, for joining us.
Well, you're very welcome. Thanks for inviting me.
I
appreciate it a lot.
Absolutely. So just to kind of give people just an overall understanding, what was it that attracted you to becoming a coach?
Well, as a young person, I started out with a bachelor's degree in social work. Always have loved serving people, helping people. One of my mentors says the curriculum of your life gives you the evolution of yourself. So things happen and you learn to serve, and I always wanted to help people avoid the things that had happened with me and to, be able to transform in a faster, better way.
Yeah.
So after I was a social worker for a while, then I went back for a master's degree and ended up in the counseling department at the University of Arizona.
Oh,
Go
okay.
Cats.
Yeah, bear down.
And did that for a while and ended up, I was better suited as a career counselor. I do have a dual master, so
Wow.
vocational evaluation was the other piece. And so went to work for the schools for several years
Nice.
as a career counselor and transition specialist. So I worked with special ed kids, helping them transition from high school to post-secondary,
That's cool.
and loved it. But while I was there, I also was hired by the Department of Education to do some consulting with some other schools in the special ed field. And so I learned about coaching. And I said to myself, wow, I can work with people in the future in their strength zones. And really, that was really, it just was so, like I'd never seen that before. It's not the same as coaching on a football field. It's coaching to your success, to go further, faster, those kind of things. And
Yeah.
so, so I went and joined the John Maxwell team, was what it was called at the time. Now
okay.
it's Maxwell Leadership. And so I've been with John since 2011 and stopped my education career and went into working for myself full time.
Nice. And I use the term executive coach. I think there's like motivational coach, life coach. There's a lot of different terms that are used with it. I know a term you introduced me to was neuro leadership coach. Tell us about that real quick. And then probably after that, we'll go into you telling our listeners how they can get a hold of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So neuro leadership, pretty much what it sounds like. I work with mindset and leadership as the foundational principles for your success in life and business. If you're struggling in either of those areas, you're going to have trouble in your business and in life. So mindset to me is really the foundational piece of everything. You know, Simone Biles is a good example of that. She's got all the skill you could possibly want. But during the Olympics a few years ago, her mindset was off
Yeah.
and she had to pull out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now all these athletes are hiring mental coaches, is what they call them. And so basically it's a mindset coach. So
Nice. And how
Just
can they get a
keep
hold
them
of you?
focused, probably, right?
keep them focused,
Yeah.
but also we all have negative thoughts.
Yeah.
And it's what I help you do is get rid of them faster.
Nice.
So flip into the positive, default to the positive as quickly as possible.
And what does connecting with you look like?
What does connecting with me look like?
Yeah.
So email, crossroadscoaching11@gmail.com.
Nice.
Text,
Okay.
my business number is 520-704-7600.
All right. Thank you so much, Nancy.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Yeah, it's Nancy with Crossroads Coaching. Crossroadscoaching11@gmail.com if you want to email her. And I'm Pastor John McClain. This is the Common Good Radio Show brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. I'm here with Ron Arenas with the guys next door, brought to you by Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. We definitely want to always thank our sponsors, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, Kiki Rogers, Your Country Financial, Gap Ministries, Seat and Photography, JDB Media, Center for Self-Care, We Care Tucson, Action Print and Copy, Mark Weiss, your Lexus Guy Snoren Senior Solution, Crossroads Coaching, Desert Sunset Realty, Synergistic Self, White Stallion, Bukowski Law Firm, and the Tucson Tasty Show. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Common Good Radio Show, brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. I am Pastor John McClain, here with my good buddy, Ron Arenas, with the guys next door, brought to you by Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're excited about that.
How are you feeling? You've had this is like your fourth big event today. You had 3 networking meetings in this.
Yeah.
You all right?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I
What-
still have like 8 more hours to go.
What do you do to kind of keep the energy going? Is there are you a coffee drinking guy? What's
Oh
your thing?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a good little cup of coffee at 2:00 keeps you going type
No,
thing?
I usually don't have any caffeine
Okay.
in the afternoon. I have all my caffeine
in the morning.
and
that
yeah.
just tied you over through
and
the
that
day.
it has to. Yeah.
Oh,
I
fair
just
enough.
make it last. I guess caffeine and then adrenaline.
Okay,
Yeah.
good, nice.
Yeah.
Well, tell me where you're getting that adrenaline from, because I could use some. Because definitely after we leave the show, sleepy time for the rest of the day. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, that's my adrenaline. That's
Oh.
where I get my energy from naps.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
My wife knows I haven't had a nap for 2 or 3 days because that's when I start getting a little ornery.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a giant baby. So we have another good buddy here in studio with me. I definitely one of the people, I'd say top 10, maybe even top 20 on the list of people that I account the success of Common Good Media Group to. Like regularly I'm talking about Ron and how like literally Common Good Media Group may not exist if it didn't have his support throughout the years. But that same thing can be said for Curtis Rollman and Action Print and Copy, because whether it's dozens of jobs, maybe even over 100 jobs that they've done with us at this point, or the collection of stuff that they've been able to do at the drop of the hat for us, it's really made us go. And I think at this point, now that we got 4 different radio shows that we're blessed to be part of this group, it's a testament to that. So,
and everything he does for you, it looks so good.
Yeah,
it does.
It does.
It's quality stuff,
and it's not by coincidence, because at least 4 or 5 times over the years, I've gotten better. He's contacted me. He's been like, "Well, this is kind of messed up. Are you sure you want to do it like that?" And I'm like, I don't know, man. I have no idea. I'm not working this industry.
It's a continuous training with you.
For sure.
But you have the eye for it. That you see that stuff every day, so you know what to look for.
We want it to look good, so
Yeah.
sometimes you only have so much to work with, but you do your best.
Yeah, and he has a great team around him that just continues to build. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Welcome, Curtis.
Yeah. I used to be top 10. Now I'm in the top 20.
Top 20. Well, I just have such a big team now, bud. So
you move back on the bench a little bit. But
you'll get back in the game. It's been a while.
It's a bigger pond now.
So I guess real quick, tell people who've never heard of Action Print and Copy before, what is Action Print and Copy? Where are you? All that kind of good stuff.
We're a local printing and promotional company. We do all manner of printing, wide format, business cards to banners, I usually say. We do apparel, again, promotional products. We try to be a one-stop shop. We have now 3 locations.
3-stop
yeah.
shop.
Wow. Yeah, we
3 one-stop shops.
We've always had, for the longest time, we've had first in Prince, Tucson, and then in Green Valley. And as of about a week ago, we have Broadway and Craycroft location. Nice. It's right there, just a little bit east of Broadway and Craycroft, and so it's a whole new area. We do have some clients out there, but a lot of our traffic is retail oriented, people just walking in, and so that's a new area for us to expand into.
Wow,
so we're really excited about that. And, working really hard those 16-hour days, nonstop, and for a while until we get it, running, 100%. So.
Yeah. And you said you had some new services that came along with the new building?
Yeah, we've got a little more space there, and we've bought some equipment that'll help us do some things a little bit better. We've got we're able to do large format, larger banners, wall graphics, window graphics at a larger size, and then that same machine is kind of nice. It also prints and cuts stickers. So people love their stickers nowadays.
And they've come back.
Yeah, and we get a lot of clients who they either don't have the budget or the need for thousands of stickers, and so for us, we can print. Somebody wants 15 or 20. We can do that and make them a pretty nice sticker. For smaller businesses, people trying to just start something up. Our history is definitely with a lot of small clients that have grown, and all of a sudden, you look back after a few years and you're like, kind of like, Common Good and John here, you look and you say, wow, they've grown a lot. And so we're
and you're part of that. You've helped them grow.
We're happy to be there, for all different types of customers, large and small.
That's interesting.
And we also do an area that's really been growing a lot for us is apparel. So T-shirts with graphics and polos, the whole 9 yards, hats, and so with that new location, we have a little more space to actually do that work. So that's kind of exciting too. Just we know that the more we do it and the more we show it and people see it, again,
It'll just grow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can handle people that need 100 shirts, or somebody that just says, hey, I need a couple shirts for this this event that we're doing this weekend, and we didn't plan, and so that's a lot of we would be considered a quick printer in a lot of cases, and we try to do that for all things.
I would say so. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know. We were talking before the show, and you're saying the new location hasn't necessarily sped up delivery time necessarily, but you were pretty quick before. But lately, you guys have been light speed.
Yeah,
I've had probably about 4 jobs done with you guys over the past 2 weeks, and it's like the same day, hours later sometimes.
Yeah.
So
we try.
You've been on top of it.
And it is always a challenge because you do have some clients who really have gotten used to really quick turnarounds, and then occasionally you have to tell them it's going to be a day, and that's we try to manage the expectations, and like I said, we're just replicating, and that new shop is just replicating what we do at all the others. So we have all the same services. It's just certain shops do certain parts of the business for the other shops. So if we don't have space in one, we have a large printer in the other, and we'll produce it there, bring it to the other location, and it's kind of seamless to the person ordering
right.
it. So that's just the nature of retail space, and that's just what you do. As you scale up, you can't have every single large printer in every single location. It's not necessary, but like I said, we still turn it around quick, even if it does have to get produced, even in Tucson to go to Green Valley. I mean,
they're close enough.
It's 25 minutes, and we go down there every day, and so we're constantly, doing that.
Nice. So tell our listeners one more time the addresses of the different locations, and then how they can get a hold of you guys.
The new location is 5641 East Broadway. It's just east of Broadway and Craycroft. First and Prince is 3600 North First Avenue. In Green Valley, we're at I-19 and Esperanza in the Green Valley Village, and we're moving to a one number, 3 locations, 1 number. So soon, if not today, you can call 520-829-3075 and just hit one of the prompts for whichever location, or find us online at printapc.com. But like
awesome.
I said,
Thank you so much, Curtis, for joining us once again, brother.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
That's Curtis with Action Print and Copy. This is the Common Good Radio Show brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. I'm Pastor John McClain here with my good buddy Ron Arenas with Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, keeping you cool all summer long and warm all winter long. The coolest guy in Tucson. Definitely want to invite you to join us every Wednesday at the Arizona Sands Club for one of the Common Good business breakfast networking groups. We invite everybody who's a Common Good supporter, as well as all the different businesses that want to share the amazing work you do. We'll be right back. Hello, everybody. I hope you had a good potty break. This is the Common Good Radio Show brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. I'm Pastor John McClain here with my buddy Bon Arenas, Bon Jovi Arenas, Ron Arenas.
Because I'm living on a prayer.
Living on a prayer. With the guys next door, brought to you by Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, coming February 4th to a radio near you every Sunday at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
How does that feel saying that?
It feels awesome, yeah.
I know, it's exciting. We've been building it.
Yeah, this has been in the works for a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, okay, it's about time.
Yeah.
At this point. So I'm excited. Yeah. And I'm happy to be on this ride with you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
you made it possible.
You be Hunter S. Thompson and I'll be Johnny Depp.
Okay, there you go.
So we have an awesome guy here in studio with us again, someone that I get to introduce to our audience for the first time, and his name is Jody. He is with the organization Synergistic Self, and I got the good fortune to sit down with him and his partner and get a better understanding of what they do and what their goal is, and I was just excited to kind of share the word, because what they want to do is definitely in line with the way we see things and the goals that we have. So I just like kind of LeVar Burton from Reading Rainbow would say, don't take it from me. Let's hear it from him, the man himself. Jody, welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you very much. It's very awesome to be here. I want to say congratulations to you for your new show coming
thank
up.
you.
That sounds pretty awesome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on
Yeah.
and giving me an avenue to share what I believe is a pretty positive message.
Yeah.
And hopefully help people understand that we can help them feel better
Mm.
and maybe help them change their lives personally, internally.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. And so I guess just initially, who are you, and who do you hope to be?
How long do we have?
That's pretty deep. That's a deep question.
How long do we have?
In 30 seconds.
Yeah.
30 seconds. Cover your entire life.
Yeah.
Well, I was born poor. No, I'm just kidding. I was like anyone else as a young man, really a little bit lost, a little bit hungry for some type of direction. So I went to university, heavily invested in the idea of arts and sciences, liberal arts, pre-law. Before that, high school, it was math and sciences. So I had dreams of being an engineer. As a child, I was always interested in taking things apart, putting things together. Usually got them apart, not always back together. So it was a little bit more difficult. And then went through university. I was in bands, toured around, played music, then worked a bunch of jobs and met a woman who's now my wife and fell into massage therapy. And over the course of that time, I began to find a new direction, something that I'd never expected. It just reintroduced me to science in a different way, the human body, the human condition. And so with that, I found a new passion and became somewhat dedicated to the idea of helping people rather than helping myself. I was a little bit egotistical, more so very egotistical, living an external lifestyle.
Yeah, we all were there. Yeah,
and
for sure.
I didn't promote maybe the best that could be seen in myself. And so I wanted to make a change. And massage really introduced me to that. And then I moved into physical therapy as an assistant. And then I have a couple of other things. I've been a coach, NASM trained. I've also worked in FMS, which is functional movement screening. So we identify patterns of dysfunction, can use corrective exercises and breath work to help change, our daily patterns.
Nice.
So
Very nice.
hope to be a good part of my community. Hope to be able to bring people closer to their personal success.
Yeah.
Well, good. And how does your business mindset model set you apart from similar businesses?
Well, I've worked in healthcare now 17 years, 12 years as a physical therapist assistant, 17 years as a massage therapist, clinical work primarily. And what I realized is it tends to be more profit driven rather than patient focused. And for me, that seems to be where we fail as a national healthcare system. It's become corporate. And so my business model is we put patients first and we're driven by results. If we're not seeing results and we're not succeeding, then somewhere we need to make a change. And so your success is my success. So if we're not succeeding, then I need to take a look at what we do. And sometimes that means referring people out. So a lot of what I do is work with other folks who are in the medical field. So I could go on about different things that I've done that have helped people outside of what I do in massage because I'm able to recognize things with all of the skills that I have. And so really what makes us different is we don't only just listen to when you come in, but we really hear what your goals are or what's really actually working against you. We were talking earlier when I first came in talking about narrative medicine. So we get a story. A lot of times with chronic undisclosed pain that we don't have a reason for, insidious pain, we can look back and we can see there's a psychological component possibly, or there's a physiological issue that's creating a physical representation that could be considered pain or is known as pain. So pain over the last 4 to 5 years I've realized is not as simple as ouch, I hurt myself and I can't move. It can be really rooted in something that's much greater. So we really try to house that into what we do, as well as the body work, teaching breath work, and really working with the person. We work with them and try to help them understand who they are.
Right. Nice. And it kind of, it's interesting in your testimony. It seems like a lot has been learned, particularly about the healthcare industry. Like, what would you account since you started your practice that you've encompassed in learning about the healthcare practice or healthcare industry?
I would say that that's a really big one.
I'm sorry, all I have is deep questions.
That's I feel like that the minutia and the nuance of what it takes to really give good patient care. We tend to use ICD-10 codes now, and so a person becomes a code rather than an individual. And so what happens is if someone comes in and says, oh, I have low back pain, well, what they get is a code. And what generally happens in those practices is that people will receive the same exercises, the same mantra. You also will see multiple patients with one therapist within an hour, which is very difficult to really do your job. So the concept I brought was, well, we need to be one person, one patient, one client. It needs to be this idea. And that's my future goal, is to hopefully be where I am, is I'll have physical therapy. We'll have these other options to bring people in. And it's more progressive medicine rather than reactive medicine, because really a lot of our system is based on reactive medicine. We wait for you to break, and then we try to figure out how to fix you. And in some cases, when you're 70, we don't have the psychological energy, we don't have the physical energy or the physiological energy to meet any demand. And so it's too late. And so really we can break down patterns of movement and how people are existing, and we can make corrections before there's a huge problem. So micro traumas versus trauma, where we break a bone, but micro traumas due to poor osteokinematic function or just position that's out, and working.
Well, thank you, Jody.
Sorry, I could ramble on forever.
Jody with Synergistic Self. We'll have you back again. We'll do it some more. But that's Jody with Synergistic Self. Thank you for joining us.
I appreciate it.
This is a Common Good Radio Show brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. How can people get a hold of you real quick?
You can reach me at synergistic.com, and you can just drop a email there, or you can reach me at 504-JODY@gmail.com or 954-802-8787. You can call or leave a text.
Awesome. We'll see you next time.
Thank you
we'll
so
see
much.
You right after the break.
All right.
Hey, welcome back. It's the Guys Next Door. I'm Ron Arenas, and this is my co-host, Pastor John McLean.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Doing it again.
Doing it again. The Guys Next Door, brought to you by Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. And we got one of our good friends here with us.
We do. We have Robert from R&R Mini Roll-Offs.
Hi, how you doing?
We're doing good.
Good.
Yeah, you're like a member of the family now. I feel like I've seen you like 3 or 4 times the past week. So yeah, here we are again, bud.
I try to be.
So one of the things that we were going to talk about today was it's Girl Scout cookie season.
Yes, it is.
And you've been heavily involved with the Girl Scouts for how many years?
Roughly 8 or 9 years.
8 or 9 years.
Yep.
So this is just like old school for you. This is something that you do every year.
You learn more every year and push more every year, and it's all about the girls learning more,
right?
becoming entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
It's almost like they have their own business, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And an element, and just to kind of touch on this real quick, is because I almost like was tearing up. I don't know if it was yesterday I saw it, or maybe even this morning, where I just saw a picture with you and your daughter, and just started thinking about like not only the all the skills that your daughter's learning through Girl Scouts, but how much of a bond you guys must have being able to do this together.
Yeah, all that time together.
We spend a lot of time together. Girl Scout season, she goes to school, and then she goes straight to a cookie booth every day after school. She's in it 100%, 7 days a week.
Oh. And then usually on the weekends, you do a full day of
on the
Girl
weekends,
Scout
we
cookies.
7:30 to 7:30 at night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it's like a full-time job plus.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's always good. You have a added full-time job for a couple months a year.
Yep.
Yeah. You don't need to sleep either.
No, I do it for her. It's
Of course.
It's what makes me thrive a little more.
Yeah.
You know?
How long is Girl Scout cookie season?
It starts this Saturday, January 20th, and runs through March 10th, or until cookies run out.
Ah, okay.
And the last couple of years, they have run out a little early.
Very good. Over the last couple of years, have you seen any supply chain issues with getting your cookies, or them being transported to you?
No.
No?
We get our cookies, but they sell out pretty quick.
Okay.
Last couple of years, they ran out of stock, or we couldn't get any more near the end.
After your initial order, they ran out? Or
I was able to get my orders in, but I'm not sure how the council ran out of cookies, or how all that plays.
Yeah.
But, they order so much, and that's all they can get.
Okay.
Do they? I feel like at one time when I was in the know in regards to Girl Scout cookies, there were like 4 different flavors. Is that still the case?
No, there's 9 flavors.
9 flavors.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's pulling out the phone, so we're going to find out what all those are. Give them to me.
There's Thin Mints, Samoas, Tagalongs, Do-si-dos, Trefoils, Venturefuls, Lemon Ups, Girl Scout s'mores, and the gluten-free is Toffee-tastic.
Okay.
Oh, so
And
they
what's
even
your
have a gluten-free option.
gluten free? Nice.
Yeah.
This is a new world we live in.
It is. It
Yeah.
is.
And what's your favorite flavor?
I like the Thin Mints.
Thin Mints. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the new Adventurefuls that came out a couple years
Mm.
ago. Those are pretty good.
What kind of flavor are those? The
They're
new
a
ones?
brownie with a caramel with a sea salt.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They're
Wow.
pretty good.
That sounds pretty sophisticated.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Girl Scouts had it like that.
Yeah, they have it pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always liked the Samoans. Those were always my favorite.
The
Okay.
coconut. Yep.
Yeah, with the coconut.
The top two are the Thin Mints and Samoas are the top two.
Okay,
Mm.
I can see that because that'd be my top two.
Yeah,
And then
it
probably
kind
after
of,
that, maybe lemon.
and then it kind of tosses up between the two peanut butters, and then it goes down from there. And
You
trickles down.
probably can't go wrong with Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
Other than you're going to eat too many of them.
And yeah, they're definitely probably you shouldn't eat too many, but otherwise you can't go wrong.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
if you can eat Girl Scout cookies in moderation, it's going to a good cause, and they're delicious.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just remember this: if you can't eat them, you can always donate to Cookies for Heroes
Mm.
because
Ah,
we
okay.
do ship them out overseas and stuff, and
Nice.
give them to the military and fire departments and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
cool.
okay.
Yeah.
So they do go
That's
out.
a great program.
Yes, they do go out for Cookies for Heroes. So, like I said, if you can't eat them, you can always go on, find your Girl Scout at any booth, or find your Pacific Girl Scout you have that you in town, and go to their digital site, and you can always order Cookies for Heroes, and donate those boxes there.
Okay.
For your daughter, what would you say, main takeaways that she's gained from before she joined the Girl Scouts to now?
What do you mean exactly? More takeaways?
Maybe
just
skill
skills
sets
she
or-
gained.
Oh, skills she's gained,
attributes her character, etc.
She's definitely a better person. She's always wanting to help somebody and be there for somebody else.
Mm.
She's she's a little challenged, so it just makes her thrive more to keep going to her meetings and learning more and growing up, knowing that she can do something better for her community.
Mm.
Right.
That's
You know,
awesome.
And she's
And
part
other-
of that community of the Girl Scouts.
Yes, she is.
And
she's-
that common cause.
She's there all the time, and almost every meeting she's there, and she's always there to help somebody else out and doing her part.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Mhm.
Now, when you're not selling Girl Scout cookies, you do something else for a living.
Yes.
It's called R&R Mini Roll-Offs. Can you
Sure.
tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so R&R Mini Roll-Offs, I built that company about 2.5 years ago. Bought a set of dumpsters, 3 dumpsters in a trailer, added a truck to it, and just kind of, I rented it one day and for my own remodeling, and I was like, why am I going to pay for this when I can go out and maybe make a business for myself? Because at the time, wasn't a lot of those out there.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Did you see a real need for
Yeah.
it that it was maybe hard to get a hold of people, or they're all booked up already?
Yeah, and that's still the case today. They're still booked up pretty fast. There's more of those companies out there, these mini roll-offs out there, but there's more and more cleanup out there that needs to be done,
Right.
and more and
Mm.
more remodels and so on and so forth. And so there's still a real big need for them, but they're still booking up fast.
Mm-hmm.
Which is great.
Yeah,
That's
which is
great
great
for you.
Yeah, great for me and everybody else who's doing them. Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting you asked that question, Ron, because that's what I was actually thinking with when you first got into your industry.
Yeah.
Did you see a great need for what you do, and that's what kind of made you jump into it, or was it kind of something a little?
Yeah, I think during the summer, every summer, I think there's just so much work that there's enough to go around to everyone, just
Mhm.
because the demand is so great for that real small period of time. My main thing with getting into business was just I felt that I could do it better and with more integrity and honesty,
Mm-hmm.
and just
Nice.
serve the people and not sell them something that they didn't need.
Interesting. Yeah, I funny enough, I feel that same way with when I started Veteran Rescue Mission, which for better or worse, I had my gripes with the current institutions that were helping the unhoused population. So I was like, I think I can do something better, particularly with the veteran population. Like
Right.
I wanted, I want my veteran brothers and sisters, no matter what your situation is, to feel a level of dignity and respect and love as you're getting that assistance. And certainly, I would say Veteran Rescue Mission can deliver that.
And maybe you could take them from point A to point B quicker or in a straighter path than the traditional routes where they routed them to here and there, and they really didn't get the help that they needed until later on, and maybe they gave up sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before they could actually get the help.
Yeah. That's awesome. So to go back to R&R
Yes,
roll
no, it's a detour
for sure, and just like finding that need, filling that need. What did you find was the need that needed to be filled, and what did you do about it?
So I thought there was a need of more dumpsters out there. So, I rented one myself at one time, and I was like, well, I had a hard time finding one.
Yeah.
So when I found one, I was like, well, maybe there's not enough of these out there. And that's when I started doing some research and did a lot of research and then kind of went from there and chose the right company to buy the dumpsters and trailers from. Because there wasn't a lot of manufacturers at the time either.
Oh, okay.
Now,
it was right in the middle of COVID too.
Yeah,
when you started.
So, right, I bought a Texas Pride style set, but now PJ Maxx and there's a couple others out there that now are making them, and they didn't make them at the time.
Oh, okay.
As much as they are making them now.
And all of your dumpsters are pretty much custom made for you, right?
Right.
So you order them, they make them, and then they ship them over to you.
Correct. I found a company out of Albuquerque that makes the same style dumpster. They make the Texas Pride style dumpsters. They're a little closer than the Texas Pride out of Madisonville.
Sure.
So it's the shipping's a little closer. Price wise is still real close to the same price, so it's easier. I like those dumpsters a little bit better.
Oh, okay.
They're a little stronger, heavier duty to me than the ones I got
the first
time.
Ones. Okay.
Yeah.
And so, how do people get a hold of you?
You can call me or text me at 520-534-8067.
Or is there a website also?
Robert at R&R Mini Roll-Offs.
All right. Can you give us that phone number one more time?
520-534-8067.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on again.
Oh, thank you, and I appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you guys again, maybe for the coffee or the next radio show.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is the Guys Next Door, brought to you by Picture Rocks Cooling Heating and Plumbing. I am Pastor John McClain, the co-host here with the host of Ron Arenas, also the host of Picture Rocks Cooling Heating and Plumbing. Definitely check out picturerockscooling.com for your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. They can maybe walk your dog, I'm guessing, if you really, really needed it. But we also invite for you to go to veteranrescuemission.org, check out more about this show, the collection of shows that we have going on, and just the work that we do in helping homeless veterans. So thank you all for listening, and we will see you very shortly with the Tucson Tasty Show and Coffee with the Guys Next Door.